On this example, we're looking at solving for two equations. Basically, we want to find out where these two equations get to meet each other. So for instance, if we have y1 equal to 2x minus 1 and y2 equal to 1 half x plus 3, we can right away identify that these two graphs do touch each other at some point. The way we find out is because they do have a different slope. Let's say they did have, the only way they can meet at the same point is if they have the same slope. If they don't, if they do have the same slope, but let's say they have a different y-intercept. This is my y-intercept. So if that is the case, then we know they don't get to meet each other. So at this point, we know they don't have the same slope, and then this does not occur. Somehow, at some point, this could happen where they can touch each other. The slant is different, so therefore they will meet at some point, right? So in order for us to find out, we know that if they are, let's say, assuming these are the two graphs, we know that at some point x, they do meet there. Whatever that x value is, we need to find out. So since we already know that they share the same y value and the same x value, so they both have the same y value and the same x value. So therefore, we can equal these two out. So y1 and y2 are the same, right? Because based on the graphical explanation. Therefore, I can have 2x minus 1, is simply this graph here, equal to this graph here, which is 1 half x plus 3. That's what I'm doing here. And so once again, apply the rules that you learned already. So here we have a fraction, lowest common multiple, right away will be a 2. So remember, these are over 1, over 1, over 1. So lowest common multiple is 2. So therefore, I need to multiply by 2 every single term. So by 2, and then by 2. So when I do that, this is simply 4x. This is a minus here. 1 times 2 is minus 2, equal to. And this is a 2 over 1, remember that. So these two cancel out. I'm left up with an x plus 3 times 2 is 6. And now it looks a lot simpler. It's just adding and subtracting. I always like to move my smallest x over, and I mean by their leading number here. So we'll move this x over. See that I noted here under where the x's are. So this is 3x. But I need to add a 2 here. And then I add it here too. Then remember, order of operations. Then this. These cancel each other out, multiply, division, add and subtract it. So I add a minus, I added 2. So I added here, cancels out here. We have, this one is gone. So 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. Divide by 3, divide by 3. Let's see. So x is equal to 8 over 3. That's our final x value. So now that we have our x value, we can just go back and either of the two and plug the x value. For instance, let's see, let's take the first equation here. So y, we need to find what the y value is. We have a 2, and then x, it's 8 over 3, and then minus 1. And you can work the math out. I'm not going to do it, but at this point, you see how the process goes. Once we identify what the solution is, we will simply have the x value as 8/3, 8 over 3, comma, whatever this y value is. And then that will be our solution.